CCTV, Chuck E. Cheese.
Now wow, Chuck E. Cheese's, have you heard? Real cool new games at Chuck's. New now wow, that's the word. New now wow, not just cool games, have you heard? Real cool new prizes at Chuck's. New now wow, what's the word? Don't let it in one ear and out the other. Choose one cool new thing after another. Chuck E. Cheese's, real cool. New now wow, place to be a kid.
Chuck E. Cheese, known as a place where kids can go and have fun and play games, has been part of everyone's childhood, including me. This popular pizza chain with arcades and animatronics has spread all over the U.S., from California to Florida to Texas to Illinois. But there's one location I would like to talk about with y'all, and that place is Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville, Tennessee is a video I wanted to do on the longest time. In fact, it was the first CEC video suggested to me by one of my friends at school. So in this video, I will be going over the complete history of the Chuck E. Cheese in Knoxville, Tennessee. From a popular competitor, to the main mouse himself, to its unfortunate future. This is the history of the Chuck E. Cheese in Knoxville, Tennessee. Before I talk about Chuck E. Cheese and Knoxville, I want to go over the history of each. Chuck E. Cheese was founded on May 17, 1977, and opened their doors in San Jose, California. It was created by Nolan Bushnell, who was also the co-founder of the video game industry, Atari. He wanted to create a place where kids can play the latest arcade games, since before this, arcades were seen as dangerous due to violence. As for Knoxville, Tennessee's history, it's a little complex. Knoxville is a city in and the county seat of Knox County, Tennessee, United States. As of 2020, United States census, Knoxville's population was 190,740, making it the largest city in the East Tennessee Grand Division, and the state's third most populous city after Nashville and Memphis. Obviously a great place for a big fat pizza rat to expand to. However, while I have been mentioning Chucky a lot, he wasn't the first person to go there. Instead, it was a certain one-toothed bear who had set up shack in Knoxville first.
I bet that pizza tastes good.
You've never seen a place like ShowBiz Pizza Place. We'll serve you a pizza second to none. So come for pizza, stay for the fun.
ShowBiz Pizza Place with over 60 electronic games. Pizza baked fresh every day. And the stage show extravaganza on 3 stages.
So come for pizza, stay for the fun.
In 1982, the most popular pizza chain restaurant would finally open in the state of Knoxville, Tennessee. That's right, it was none other than ShowBiz Pizza Place that came to Knoxville first. For those of you who don't know who ShowBiz Pizza Place is, then let me explain. ShowBiz Pizza Place was founded on March of 1980 and opened their doors in Kansas City, Missouri. It was founded by Robert Brock, who was also the president of Topeka and management. He was usually a franchisee with Chuck E. Cheese, until he saw other people making more advanced animatronics and decided to open his own restaurant with the help of Aaron Fechter, the founder of Creative Engineering, or CEI for short. I'll talk more about their history as the video goes on, but for now, let's get back to Knoxville. On August 23, 1982, the first ShowBiz in Knoxville has officially opened. The restaurant was located on Kingston Pike, and it was near a Chick-fil-A and a Vision Care. We do have a photo of the exterior, which has the standard ShowBiz Pizza Place logo, but sadly there is no yellow or orange details, just white. But some people actually like it like this. Sadly, there are no photos of the interior, but I have to guess it would have looked like any ShowBiz Pizza Place at the time. The location also had a large game room with a variety of lots of games. These examples are Pac-Man, Galago, Centipede, Skee-Ball, air hockey, and several basketball games. As for the kiddie rides, they got a rocket ship, a fire truck, and the ever-so-popular Billy Bob Carousel. There were 2 dining areas in the Knoxville ShowBiz Pizza place. First was the sports room, where there was a giant TV and where you can watch a lot of sports. Next, there was the showroom, and this is where you can get the real entertainment, provided by the Rock-afire Explosion. The Rock-afire Explosion was an animatronic band used at all ShowBiz locations, and it included Rolf de Wolf and his pal Earl, Duke LaRue, the drum-playing dog, Fats Geronimo on the piano, Beach Bear on the guitar, Mitzi Mozzarella, who's also a cheerleader, Billy Bob the Bear, who's the main mascot, and Looney Bird, a drunken bird who drinks gas in an oil drum. There were also a few prop characters, the sun, moon, Choo Choo the Bear Cub, and the birthday spider named Antioch. And surprisingly, that's it. That's all this location has to offer at this time. However, there were a few changes being made to the location as a whole. Firstly, they would be getting new games like Donkey Kong and Miss Pac-Man, to name a few. Next, there was a major change happening with the Rock-afire Explosion, more specifically the Billy Bob and Looney Bird stage. That stage was changed from Smitty's Super Service Station to the ShowBiz Pizza Campground. This was done to make the stage more unique at all ShowBiz locations. This was not exclusive to Knoxville, though. Finally, since 1985, when Chuck E. Cheese and ShowBiz Pizza merged with each other, that meant the restaurants could cross over with each other. So in the late 80s, Chuck E. Cheese made his official debut at the Knoxville ShowBiz Pizza. There were also rumors of a Munch costume being there, but I believe this to be false. But little did residents know that Chuck's stay in Knoxville will be a little more permanent than they thought, because as a few years later, Chuck went from a friend to an enemy.
So just the other day, my dad says, "Hey guys, let's have pizza." Then he asked me what I want on the pizza. So I said, everything. Lots of cheese, pepperoni, spaceships, cars, balls, a helicopter, mushrooms, slide, sauce, e-balls, race cars, robots, games, hoops, a mouse. You know, the works. They got the picture.
Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid.
As we enter the early 90s, the ShowBiz Pizza place in Knoxville, Tennessee is still going strong, but behind the scenes within the ShowBiz Pizza Time Incorporated company, things were anything but going strong. You see, the company was trying to get the rights to the Rock-afire Explosion, but Aaron Fector, the creator of the Rock-afire Explosion, didn't want to give up the rights to the band. So instead, the company decided to make something that would make a ShowBiz Pizza fan's spine tinkle called Concept Unification. For those of you who don't know, Concept Unification is this process where the Rock-afire would go completely extinct and be stripped down to their max, only to be replaced by the Chuck E. Cheese band and characters, also known as Munch's Make-Believe Band. Rolf de Wolf became Chuck E. Cheese himself, Mitzi Mozzarella was turned to Helen Henny, Fats Geronimo was turned to Mr. Munch, Beach Bear was turned to Jasper T. Giles, and Duke LaRue became everyone's favorite Pasquale the Chef. The prop characters were also replaced. The sun became the building, Choo Choo became Munch Jr., Looney Bird was turned to Pizza Can, and Antioch was removed completely and replaced by the Wink. The moon, however, stayed behind. This change to the animatronics wasn't the only thing that changed, as the whole company was rebranded and the ShowBiz Pizza name was dropped in favor of the name Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza. Though some stores still kept the ShowBiz name, Knoxville, as to my knowledge, didn't keep the name and offered it to change it to Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza. Which, speaking of Knoxville, I can't find the exact date on when they received Concept Unification, but I know they received it in 1991. This said, many ShowBiz fans, as the characters they knew and loved were now dead, and in their place were essentially knockoffs. Now, I do like the Chuck E. Cheese characters, but it's still sad to see the Rock-afire go. You can actually watch the Concept Unification tapes on YouTube, but I will warn you, it might make you cry if you're a ShowBiz kid. I didn't even grow up in the 80s, and it still made me cry when I first saw it. Now, there's not a lot of information on this location when it was a Chuck E. Cheese, so I'm just going to get to the memo of what happened to the location in 1997. So in the summer of 1997, this location would close and be relocated to the next location we'll be talking about in this chapter. As for what happened to the 3 stage, it's kinda unknown. One source claims they were destroyed, yet another said they were used for spare parts. Yet another says the stage was sent back to corporate to be used in a future probably never gonna happen Chuck E. Cheese museum. So yeah, it's all over the place. Afterwards, the space where Chuck E. Cheese once roamed at became a Texas Roadhouse, which is a place that I haven't been to yet in Tennessee. I guess I'm gonna ask my mom and dad if we can check it out. If you want to visit the former Chuck E. Cheese's, the new address is 120 Morrill Road, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37919, right near the Chick-fil-A and Vision Care. But little did local residents know is that Chuck E. Cheese himself would make a return to Knoxville.
Big wins, big shots, big grins. Little price. 25-cent fun. 1 quarter gets 1 token, gets any game or ride.
Big price!
Little price at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Where a kid can be a kid.
In March of 1998, the Chuck E. Cheese decided to make a comeback to Knoxville, Tennessee. This was pretty shocking, as after the closure of the previous location, they would probably want nothing to do with the city after the closure. Though they wanted to make fans happy, so I guess so. Either that or it's because of money loss. But whatever the reason is, the new Chuck E. Cheese's in Knoxville, Tennessee officially opened on March 23rd, 1998. The restaurant was also located on Kingston Pike, but with a different address, and is part of a strip mall which I don't know the name of, but hopefully I can come up with the name later on. When the store first opened, it was one of the newer major 90s remodel, aka Phase 3, which includes the red and yellow awnings and the Coach Chuck logo. As for the interior, there wasn't really much to offer, but I guess it looked like any Phase 3 at the time, such as the artifact shelves, sports posters, the record posters, the Mount Chuckmore piece, wall planters, and the must-see TV posters. Of course, like any other Phase 3, they had the sky tubes, toddler zone, showroom walls, and balcony seating, and a lot of variety of games and rides which I will go over later. But even though I wasn't able to find much of the interior in the store, I was able to find one piece of interior. Well, actually, it was a lot of the one place that it was in. And for that, we would have to enter the showroom, have a seat in the old black and brown booths, and watch the real entertainment. I'm, of course, talking about the animatronics. This animatronic stage was referred to as the one stage because the characters were on, you guessed it, a one stage. And this stage includes Chuck E. Cheese, Helen Henny, Mr. Munch, Pasquale the Chef, and Jasper T. Giles. Finally, the stage featured the iconic wink design. And unlike the other stages, the buildings were all color-coded to like blue, yellow, red, and green. Finally, the one stage used to have a turntable, and there was a brown brick backdrop behind Chuck and Pasquale, and there was a brick floor border behind the floor lights so they can cover up the lights. Now, some of you CEC fans and historians are probably wondering something. If this location opened in 1997, why did they receive a one stage, as opposed to the Studio C Alpha, which was the current stage being produced by CEC at the time? Well, it's because the Studio C Alpha wasn't introduced until mid to late 1997. So yeah, there's your answer. So now you guys are probably wondering, where did you get the photos at the showroom at? Well, I got it from none other than ShowBizPizza.com. That's right, those guys are awesome. I'm glad they still hold archival photos and footage. Well, at least some footage. This first photo shows the whole gang on the one stage, and it looks like they're pretty unique. I'm surprised that Helen's not wearing the newer Cyberama cosmetics from the one stage diagnostics. This next photo shows all the characters on the one stage again, but this time it's like brighter future lighting, And you all know that I'm using Futurelight in my Chuck E. Cheese show videos in Roblox, starting out with the 3-stage in September 1997. Now this photo right here, it probably shows the characters singing during this, but it has great graphics, and we can also see the artifact shelves and the different kinds of posters that were laid around. I really love the Futurelight. It's like the future of the United States. Now we have a photo of Chuck, who appears to be aired down right here, and it probably made the kids sad. Helen's face really says it all. Now we have a photo of Helen showing that Chuck is still aired down, and I mean, like, what the heck? But at least Helen and the others are still aired up to perform. That goes to Mobile, Alabama. I love that location. Finally, this last photo is of Munch and Jasper, which Jasper supposedly is aired down. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, both Chuck and Jasper are both aired down. I guess they don't want to impress Helen in the Avenger era. Don't worry, I'll get to that later. Just a few things to mention about Knoxville's one stage before moving on. When the location first opened, Chucky was wearing his tuxedo. Then later on, he switched to the Cool Chuck outfit, and then later on, the Avenger outfit. Finally, after a different remodel, he was given the Rockstar outfit. Though, he only had his Avenger and shorts and t-shirt, but he just lost his hat. This also applies to all the walk-around Chuck E. Cheese characters that were used during the time at the restaurant. As for the other characters, Helen was pretty much the same as on the 3-stage, but it wasn't Mitzi's bot. Munch was rocking at his new at the time green and white cap and tennis shoes. This was not exclusive to Knoxville, though. Finally, Jasper and Pasquale were both wearing their Tux-era outfits. Over the course of a few years, this store virtually unchanged to how it was before, which included the one stage. However, this store would go under its new recent remodel that started around 2004 during the conversion of Avenger Chuck in replacing of Cool Chuck. This time, the store would become the new update called the 2005 to 2003 Cool Chuck reconfiguration, aka Phase 4, which got rid of things such as the record posters and artifact shelves, and brought in some new decor like the red ticket signs and new posters featuring Avenger Chuck and the gang. It was also the end of the toddler zone and showroom walls, and the entire exterior was being repainted. The front also saw the addition of the checkered backdrop and the new Avenger Chuck thumbs up logo. Alright, so now that I'm done talking about all the remodels at Knoxville, I'm going to quickly go over the games and rides that I played or have seen. These aren't in particular order, but there still are noteworthy rides to be talked about. First, there's the standard games like skee ball, air hockey, several basketball games, and many Ticket Redemption games. As for the games I know of, there's SpongeBob Soccer Stars, the Chuck E. Cheese Sketchbook Photo Booth, the Jurassic Park arcade game, and Sonic Blast Ball. As for rides, they got the Barney the Dinosaur Train ride, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Stuart Little, and finally, the Chuck E. Cheese car ride. Now that goes out to Cherry Chucky. I recommend you all watch his history video on this car ride. I absolutely loved it, especially the original audio. Around the mid-2010s, this is where we see a notable downhill. Well, with the animatronics, that is. By 2018, the Chuck E. Cheese one stage was starting to show its age. Jasper's head fell off in the back, and they kind of just left it like that. And Helen's mouth hose wasn't corrected properly, and that's kind of it. That's all I have to say. And Chuck's eyes couldn't even close, which is kind of weird. Thankfully, around 2021, the stage got a minor restoration, which fixed a few problems with the stage. And it looks in better condition than it was before. Even though Helen's mouth hose isn't corrected properly, it still looks nice. Later on, the one stage made a name of itself, being the last full Munches May Believe in the entire state of Tennessee. After Madison lost theirs. R.I.P. Madison, don't worry. Chatty Chucky has a video on you, I promise. In terms of other things at the Knoxville location, Nothing else really changed. The location still did really well, and it even survived the COVID-19 pandemic. The stage was also in good condition, with only a few minor things broken. But sadly, all good things must come to an end, and something was about to take place. Something that makes kids cry. Something that just makes Chuck E. Cheese just wrong. Something worse than concept unification.
Follow me to fun. Follow me to fun. Everyone's invited. Just thinking about it gets me all excited. Pick your partner, pick your game. Every token plays one game. Making friends, acting silly, flat out going Chuck E. Cheesy. Follow me to fun. Follow me to fun. Follow me to fun. Chuck E. Cheese's, where a kid can't be a kid.
In April 2022, Knoxville, Tennessee's Chuck E. Cheese would be hit by a certain thing. A thing that we all hate. The end of childhood, known as Chuck E. Cheese 2.0. I always hate talking about 2.0, but it's important to see how Knoxville's was important. I grew up with the animatronics, and it's sad to see them go in the Rockstar era. Now, unfortunately, what Nathan Spees did in his Florence history video, I'm not able to give you a timeline for what Knoxville's 2.0 started or concluded, but I know it started around April of 2022. So, what changed? The exterior didn't see too much change. Really, only changes were made to the signage. The main part where the logo is now green, with that crappy Microsoft Paint No Eyebrows Chucky logo, and the sides of the building have these brown circular designs, and a weird red awning. The restaurant was changed from Chuck E. Cheese's to just Chuck E. Cheese. As for the interior, this is where the main changes took place. All the old store art was trashed and replaced with new Subway-looking artwork, and 2.0 game TVs were installed in the game room. The worst part about the remodel was, of course, the change 2.0 is best known for. They removed the animatronics. The one stage would be officially removed. As for what happened to all the characters, well, they were all sent to a private collector, but I don't know who. So you're probably wondering now, what replaced the animatronics? Well, it was, of course, a crappy dance floor and a giant screen TV. And the space where the show was now has portraits of the characters. Jasper, Munch, Helen, Chuck, Pasquale, in that order. The dance floor in Knoxville has the 2021 model. This model is known just being a TV on the floor. The grand opening of the Chuck E. Cheese in Knoxville officially began in May of 2022. Now, unfortunately, what happened at Chesapeake, Virginia's reopening, I can't give you a specific thing that happened at the location. While most Knoxville residents were happy that Chuck E. Cheese was back with a new look, others were mad simply because, well, it's a 2.0, and the fact that it was the last full ban in the state of Tennessee. And there you have it, the entire history of the Chuck E. Cheese in Knoxville, Tennessee. This was a tough location to do, not only because there were two locations at the exact same period, but also the lack of information of the two different locations except for the current one. Also, on a side note, my friend CEC South had made a slideshow all about the Chuck E. Cheese in Knoxville. If you're interested in that, there's a link in the description. And there you have it, the history of Chuck E. Cheese and ShowBiz Pizza in Knoxville, Tennessee. I hope you all enjoyed this video because this was a tough one to make. Well, not just because of all the less information, but also how much delays I've been putting into this. Also, I would like you all to be respectful of Chatty Chucky's videos on the two Tennessee locations in my playlist for CEC Tennessee history videos. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And tell me if you want to see more Tennessee history videos on Jackson and what was it called? Chattacock? I think so. So bye!
Tweedledee, 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 tweet, 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 tweet.
He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing this song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin,
Tweet,
oh yeah,
tweet,
Rockin' Robin,
tweet, tweedledee. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock it tonight.
oh yeah. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird on the tall oak tree. The wise old owl, the big black crow, flapping them wings, saying, "Go, bird, go!" Rockin' Robin,
Tweet, tweet, tweet,
Rockin' Robin,
tweet,
Rockin' Robin.
tweedledee. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight.
Oh yeah. Go, bud, go.
Oh, man, look at it.
Hey. He looks good, don't he?
It does, yeah.
He got the moves.
Say that again. All right.
Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little birdie on the tall oak tree. The wise old owl, the big black crow, flapping them wings, saying, "Go, bird, go!"
He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing this song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin,
Tweet, tweet, tweet,
Rockin' Robin,
tweet.
oh yeah,
Go rockin' Robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight.
yeah.
Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little birdie on the tall oak tree. The wise old owl, the big black crow, flapping them wings, saying, "Go, bird, go!"
He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing this song. All the little buddies on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin,
Tweet, tweet, tweet,
Rockin' Robin,
tweet,
Rockin'.
tweedledee. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. Tweedledee, tweedledee, tweedledee,